In Holyhead today, a young man strapped himself to hundreds of party balloons and disappeared off up into the sky. Apparently, from eyewitnesses, he was trying to fly across the Irish Sea. Unfortunately, strong winds blew him across out to the ocean, and the Coastal Command search and rescue teams have yet to locate him. Fortunately, we can go down now to our special reporter, Denise Spear, who is at the takeoff site. Denise! So, low-flying seagulls have to be careful, eh? What's going on down there?
Hello, Dylan. Now, what started as a game has turned into tragedy. A few weeks ago, Jim Weir made an outrageous bar bet.
You fucking twat. You're taking your time, and you? It's going to be the second easiest thing to do today. Out to your ex, that is. Are you up all the afternoon? Serious deep sea fiction.
We're also here with Mr. Drogo Paladin, who was in the bar at the time the bet was made and apparently filmed the whole thing. Mr. Paladin, what can you tell us about exactly what happened?
Well, mathematically, it's possible. I know. My friend Jim's going to show that. So I can't say that, right?
Reports indicate that Jim had a parachute and an aluminium foil suit against the cold weather. Unfortunately, his ex-girlfriend tried to hold on to him at takeoff, but only managed to grab his GPS. Jim tried to contact his friends by phone, and this is what they heard.
Nothing around me, only blue ocean. Holyhead, I can barely see it anymore. It's like an ant. Freeze. And I'm freezing.
And that's where they lost contact.
Okay, well, obviously, everyone here is pretty emotional here. But what we want to know is why. And what drives someone into doing something like that?
Time's 100. It's just come in. Got 2 keys stashed back at the house. It's called Dam Dam. The most dangerous thing the Dutch have come up with since the submarine. This shit is going to blow this city out of the water. It's going to be higher than I ever dreamed of, and we're all going to get rich. All we've got to do is sell it. You in, mate?
Need to take a piss.
Good answer.
Mr. Bedward, what can you tell us about how Sarah is coping with this trauma?
Jim is a bit mad, but he's got a good heart.
There you go, Jim, man with a good heart, lost at sea.
Look at me like the Godfather. I could be Sonny, you could be Michael. More like Michael Jackson. Bet you all my winnings that you can't take a piss with a pint on your head.
You're kidding. How do you think I made my way through school? Well, I'm at it. I may as well roll the split.
Good evening, sir. You fucking impolite bastard.
You can be Fredo.
Is that a cockroach on your shoe?
Huh?
Fuck! Woo!
And now, time for the weather. Tom!
Thanks, Dylan. As we look towards the rest of the week, I'm afraid this wet and very cold spell is going to continue.
What's that?
Mr. Livingston came. He's like William Wallace and Donald Trump all morphed into one fucking being. Like golf courses, hotels, casinos, all over the fucking docks.
On the docks? No fucking way.
So if you're thinking of flying today, forget it.
And Tom, what would conditions be like for our flying friend?
Well, it's looking a little more wet for him. It's not the best time to fly, especially if you're tied to party balloons.
So, are you the young lad that everyone was cheering just now? What's your name?
Jim.
Well, first let me say that young Jim is an incredibly brave young man. He fought for what he believes in. Obviously, he has a few screws loose, but overall, I was impressed. In fact, it reminds me of myself when I was younger and far more reckless. You like to earn your money your way, hmm? let me tell you a wee story. Yeah, barkeep! You remember the story of Sir William Davies, don't you? Sir William Davies was a Scottish inventor, but he liked nothing more than to gamble. He couldn't see a man in the street without placing a bet. Now, luckily for Sir William, he was filthy rich. You see, back in 1922, every child in the UK wanted party balloons for their birthday, and Sir William's company, well, he made them all. However, all that changed with the crash of 29. You see, he lost it all except for the land that the farm and the village was standing on. So do you know what he did? He saw the Earl of Buckinghamshire in the street, and he bet him £1 million that he could fly from the Isle of Man to Liverpool using only hot air balloons, eh? And do you know what happened? He won! And that's the truth!
You could do it, Jim. A piece of piss with these plums.
That's the God's honest truth. Now that's ambition, boy. Yep, speaking of ambition, here comes mine between those creamy chocolate thighs.
All sorted?
Sarah, let me introduce you to Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Excuse me. Shall we?
Question still remains. What would drive somebody to do something like that?
Jim, what's going on? You got that weird look on your face again.
Fucking cunt.
Yeah, well, what do you want to do? Do you want a drink? On me?
You fucking Scottish cunt. You people believe this man? All he wants to do is buy a property on the cheap and sell it and transform it into a shopping mall. He's taken away the docks from us. My father, his father, and all our fathers before this, we were all raised on the sea. And now he wants to throw it all away and leave us without a way of making a living so he can build a shopping mall, which is going to be a fucking rip-off. This isn't the future. This is fucking bollocks.
Hold on there, Jim.
He's fucking ripping you off. Believe me, I know his type.
Jim, less than an hour ago, you were drinking a pint of whiskey upside down through a straw. What? But now you want to pay everyone's bills.
What bloody hell I do?
Really? How?
I don't know. But you want to bet?